Come on, then. Let's get you in here. Just sit you down here so you can relax for a bit.
Thank you, Nora. I should probably get back to answering some of these questions.
Ruby, you don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, they made you so upset before.
It's fine, Nora. I can handle it.
You sure you don't want any food or anything? Maybe a drink? I know Ren can make you some pancakes if you want.
Thanks for the offer, Nora, but I'm good. It's fine.
Well, okay. But if you need anything, you just let us know and we'll be downstairs, okay?
I will. Thank you, Nora.
All right, then. Good luck with those questions, Ruby.
Hey, guys, it's Ruby again, and I'm sorry for ending part 1 the way it did. It kind of, it was just a bit much for me, and, well, it's not important anymore. What is important is I'm back now, so, I can finish answering the rest of your questions, because, I mean, you guys submitted so much, and it would be unfair to not finish them all, and end things the way it did, so, we'll just, get right back into it then. Alright, here we go. Okay, this next question is from QSKCG. Okay, I have a very relevant question to other people, but I need to know these things. Where did your old combat skirt go? Did you have a wardrobe malfunction? Did you grow out of it? Or is it like a new one like summer clothes? Or none of these? Kind of a mixture of everything, honestly. Because when we started our journey to Anima, we were walking a good majority of the way, aside from the boat ride there. And just trekking so much dense wilderness and forest, our clothes kind of got a little torn up and a little dirty, and not to mention, I think a lot of us have been growing out of them anyway, so we decided it was probably time to upgrade our wardrobe a little bit, and, you know, gear ourselves up in something a bit more suitable for traveling. So that's kind of what we're all wearing now, just more suitable clothes for trekking in, and also, yeah, we kind of wrecked and grew out of our old clothes, so that's how that went down. This next question is from Giga Denny. Here are my 3. If you were forced to sacrifice one of these 2 options, which would it be? Crescent Rose or Yang? How would you react if you found out there were multiple versions of yourself in different realities? And what would you do? What would you do to another one of you if you found out she was evil? To start off with that first question, I would probably sacrifice Crescent Rose, because, I mean, Yang is my sister. I don't know what I'd do if something bad happened to her because of me. And, I mean, I can always build another Crescent Rose. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, yeah, the one I currently have, we've been through a lot together, but if worst came to worst, she is just a scythe. Multiple versions of myself in different realities? I mean, there are some people who believe in that reality theory kind of thing, that there are multiple universes with multiple different outcomes to different situations and stuff. I'm curious, definitely curious as to how myself would be in some of those different situations, but I don't really know. And what would you do to another one of you if you found out she was evil? I would, give her a stern talking to? Because, if she's me, then maybe I'd be the only one she'd be willing to listen to because I'm herself and she's myself. But at the same time, she's evil, so I don't know. That's a bit of a weird one. I'll have to think on that one for a bit. This next question is from Kayla Lorenzo. Only one question. How does your sister annoy you the most? Aside from puns, smothering. This next question is from L. Barnes. Is it hard to maneuver Crescent Rose when fighting? Is there any special story behind your cape? And are you aware of how adorable you are? Don't stop. I'm nothing special. Well, I already answered that second question in the last part, so, I already answered that, and, as far as maneuvering Crescent Rose is, for me personally, not really. I mean, I've been training with her for a very long time. I've pretty much gotten used to the weight of her, and how she swings, and how she moves, and her ricochets and whatnot, so... it may have been a bit harder at first when I was first training with scythes, but now that I'm more of a pro at it, not really. I'm not cute, stop. Are you trying to flirt with me? Because it's kind of working. This next question is from Beck Horning. What is the most horrible pun Yang has ever made aside from out with the Yang? Several, but I think probably the worst that I had to experience was one time we went to a grocery store, and we were in that section of the grocery store where they have like those little lunch salads, like those little instant salads that you pack with your lunch meals and stuff, and she found one that came in a plastic bowl container, and it was literally labeled Bon Appetit. And she started buying them for the entire week just so she could come up to us every day at lunch and be like, hey, Bon Appetit! And we all wanted to die every single day, every time she made that pun, and it was the worst. This next question is from Udare1. Question 1, how and where did you get the idea to design Crescent Rose? What do you honestly think of Crow? And if you could revive someone, who would you choose, your mother, Penny, or Kira? If it's alright with you, I'm just gonna skip that last one, if that's okay. How and where did I get the idea to design Crescent Rose? Well, I remember seeing Uncle Crow's scythe, and it folds out from a sword. So I remember when I originally saw that, I thought, well, okay, what do I want my scythe to be, aside from a scythe? And then when I chose on sniper rifle, I said, okay, maybe I can just have it fold out from sniper rifle kind of design, but that was a little weird and didn't necessarily fit in with the design very well. So I said, okay, I'll just make it very compact. So it's like a little tiny box that I can just carry around instead. And that idea worked out a lot better than the original sniper rifle idea. So I just made it into a little compact, little foldable. And that's why Crescent Rose folds into a little tiny box-like thing now. And what do I honestly think of Crow? I mean, sure, he's got some flaws. I know that a lot of people don't really like him for some of those flaws, but honestly, I know that he's the best uncle. He was there for us when we were really little, a lot, and he's helped my dad out a lot in raising me and Yang, so best uncle. Okay, this question is from Neo Torchwick. Pancakes, yeah or nah? Yeah, buddy. Especially Ren's pancakes. They are the best. This next question is from Rosie Martinez. Ruby, would you eat a box of cookies? Yes, absolutely. Still waiting for that one other box from the last part. If Volume 5, if you and Oscar got together, what would you think Yang would do? You guys keep asking things about, like, volumes and Oscars, and I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm sorry, I can't answer that, and I don't, let alone know what Yang would think. I mean, I don't even know how is she supposed to know. And how cool do you think you are? On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give myself a solid 7. Because I'm still getting there. I'm not quite as cool as other people quite yet, like, say, Crow or Winter or, I guess, Team Coffee. But, you know what? I'll give myself a fair 7. I'm pretty awesome, but I still have some stuff to learn. I'll get there eventually. Okay, this next question is from R. Lopez97. If you were forced to give up one of these two forever, which would you pick, Crescent Rolls or cookies? This time I'm gonna go with cookies, because I may not have the deliciousness of cookies anymore, but hey, at least I'll still have strawberries. Strawberries are my favorite food. But yeah, I'll still have strawberries and cake and candy and pancakes. I think I'd be able to survive without cookies. It'd be hard, but I'd do it. If you were any type of faunus, what type would you be? I think probably wolf. Probably like wolf or dog or something like that. But definitely more like wolf. I'm gonna lean towards wolf. How would you feel if you met a male version of yourself? I would be intrigued and also kind of weirded out, but mostly intrigued. How do I differ being that of the opposite gender? Probably not too much, I wouldn't think, but who knows? This next question is from Dana Smith. Do you have a crush on a certain farm boy or a certain blonde knight? Do you enjoy anything other than cookies and strawberries? And how old were you when your mother died? Do I have a crush on a certain farm boy or blonde knight? I don't think I know, either? I don't know any farm boys or blonde knights, I don't think, so nope, not that I know of. Do you enjoy anything other than cookies and strawberries? Cake, candy, pancakes, pizza, the usual selection. And how old was I when my mother died? Gosh, it was such a long time ago. I don't think I was any older than 4. I don't think. Because Yang was about, Yang was about like 8 or 7 at the time. So must have been like 5 or 4 at the time when it happened. I can't really remember the exact age and date, but I think I was somewhere around that age. I think. Alright, this next question is from Nightcore for Life Heart Heart. What other team would you be on besides RWBY? Well, I mean, I'm currently on the remainings of Team Juniper and making Team Ranger, so that kind of answers itself. But, if I had to be on any other team aside from Team Ranger, I think being on Team Coffee would be pretty sweet. I remember I looked up to those guys so much back when we were in Beacon. They were so cool. So, aside from Team Ranger, I guess I'd say Team Coffee, because they're pretty awesome. Alright, this next question is from Lonnie Jotan. If you could pick anyone in Team RWBY to be kicked out, who would it be? Let me think about it. You know, in all honesty, I'd probably say myself. Because, I mean, Weiss has a lot of elemental-based attacks that can do a really good long range. She also has glyphs that can do things like stop time and speed her up and things. And Blake has really good stealth and can hit really quickly without being spotted. And then there's Yang, who's just our to-go powerhouse and tank and can take pretty much any hit, and really all I contribute is speed, so honestly, they're pretty set without me, so I guess I'd go with myself. Okay, MoBar is ready asks, would you ever date someone the opposite gender or date at all? If so, do you have someone in mind? I mean, sure. I mean, I really don't have any preference. Opposite gender, same gender, and whatnot. No one really in mind as of right now, but I answered that a while back. And also, stockings or leggings? That is a tough question. I tend to fashion both, but, as to which I'd prefer, I mean, really, it depends on the situation. Leggings are more useful for when you're doing something more sporty, or tend to, are good for, like, gym or out in the town stuff if you're getting groceries or something, but stockings are also really cute, and not gonna lie, I'm wearing stockings with my current outfit right now. I'll say it depends, given your situation, but I'll say leggings, just because they tend to be more useful depending on a wider spectrum of coincidences. Okay, this next question is from Bloody Shark Wolf. What is your favorite anime? Who is your favorite teammate? And who would you switch outfits with? Okay, favorite anime. I'm just gonna say this right now. I know a lot of people think that the Sora Ninja anime was not good. A lot of people say it was kind of trashy, kind of cheesy. Everyone says the video game is better and that's for kids and anything. But you know what? I'll say right now, Sora Ninja anime, my favorite anime. I grew up with it. It taught me many valuable lessons as a child. I love it. Sora Ninja anime, best anime. Just saying that right now. I don't care if people think that the games are better, that the adaptation was crap. I thought it was great. Alright? My childhood. Don't diss on it. Who is your favorite teammate? Well, I typically don't play favorites, but I feel like you guys aren't going to accept that as an answer, so for RWBY, I will say Yang, because she's my big sis and I can trust her with anything. And for Ranger, I will say John, because he's my bro. Who would you switch outfits with? Honestly, I really like Ren's outfit. I always thought it looked like really super comfortable. I like his big baggy pants and his shirt, and it just looks really cool. So honestly, I'd like to switch outfits with Ren. He probably could work my outfit. Let's be real, he's got really nice hair. He'd pull it off. Okay, this next question is from Natasha Holm. Which hunters or huntresses have acted as an inspiration to you? I definitely have to say Uncle Crow, my dad, and my mom. Though I can't really vouch too much on my mom's behalf, but I have heard many tales of her heroic deeds and how awesome of a fighter she was, so she's definitely been a big inspiration for me. And yeah, Uncle Crow's the one who trained me, and my dad is the one who raised me, so obviously I look up to them quite a bit. Who on your team do you feel most comfortable confiding in, both RWBY and Ranger? Well, I already kind of answered this in the last question, but for RWBY, I still say Yang. And for Ranger, honestly, everyone really. I mean, we've all been through a lot, and we're all trying to get better and confide in each other, so really I'm comfortable talking to any of them. Jean's my best friend, and I can talk to him about pretty much anything already. Nora is really sweet and is always kind of motherly whenever I try to talk to her, and Ren is just very mellow and really calm and knows how to listen. So I say everyone on Team Ranger, really. And do you feel resentment towards Cinder? Yeah, I do. I won't bother beating around the bush on that one. Ramen of Shadows asks, who is your favorite Team Coffee member? Ooh, it's so hard to choose! They're all so cool. I mean, they're so much cooler than I'll ever be, but I guess... Velvet is really super sweet, and I really like talking to her. She's really cute. And Yatsuhashi is really big and really strong, and he is also really super nice. Coco is really freaking awesome, and everything that I aspired to be, both fashion and personality-wise. And Fox is just really stoic and really fast and really cool looking, and he never really says much, but he seems nice, I assume. I'll say Velvet because I hang out with her most, and she's really cute and really sweet and really nice. But I also like Coco and Yatsuhashi and Fox, and they're all really cool, and I really like them a lot. This next question is from Lacey Warhurst. If you could have any semblance, what would it be? How do you feel about Neo and her fighting style, and what would you have done if Crow died? Well, as for the semblance question, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty content with my semblance as of right now, but if I could have any other semblance, I think maybe Ren's? Because the ability to calm yourself down instantly as well as shield yourself from Grim is actually pretty useful, so maybe that one? How do I feel about Neo? Her fighting style, while impressive, is really annoying and really frustrating because she's really good at dodging and she just makes you feel like you're stupid and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and she makes it look like it's supposed to be easy, but it's not. She's just a really gifted dodger, and I don't like fighting her. It was not a fun time. And as for what I would have done if Crow died, I mean, I don't know. These spirits would have been pretty down at that point. I honestly don't think I'd still be on the journey if he did. Not like in a really dark way or anything, just I think I would have given up at that point. Or probably something along those lines. Anyway, on to the next question. This next question is from Dylan Fernandez. Who was your best teacher in combat? Do you remember how life was with Summer? And what was your favorite cookie flavor? Well, as for best teacher in combat, I never really saw Ozpin fight at all. Port just mostly bragged about how good of a fighter he was and never showed it. I did go on that field trip with Dr. Oobleck that one time, and that was pretty sweet. But if I'm being honest, I think Glinda probably impressed me most. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because she kind of sort of saved my life one time, but I don't know, something about her witchy sort of magic-y powers with her magic whip wand is just really cool and really awesome, and I think Glinda's pretty awesome. Do you remember how life was with Summer? I remember bits and pieces, like really tiny snippets of memory, mostly just kind of like emotions and vibes that I got from her. As far as like actual memories go, not a lot though, honestly. It was a really long time ago, so to be fair, I don't remember too much of it on account of my being a toddler at the time. And as for my favorite cookie flavor, out of the countless that I love, I think I'll just say normal chocolate chip. Because, I mean, it's the OG and you can't go wrong with it. So, I'll go with chocolate chip cookies. Still waiting on all those other chocolate chip cookies people have been promising me and I haven't gotten any of yet. Okay, this next question is from Nate Peterman. What is the cutest thing that you have ever seen? How did you and Yang get Zwei? And what is your worst fear? Well, to start off with, those two first questions actually kind of go hand in hand. See, when me and Yang were, I think, around just starting middle school, we were just starting out at Signal, my dad came in one holiday season. He had this big old box in his hands with tiny holes in them, and we were like, Dad, what's in the box? And he was like, just open it. So then we opened the box, and inside the box was a cute little baby baby corgi, and the most cutest thing was it was a baby puppy corgi with his face nestled in a bunch of packing popcorn, and it was so cute. So I guess I'd have to say Zwei as a tiny baby puppy and a whole bunch of packing popcorn. That's probably the cutest thing I've ever seen ever. It's still in my memory, bright and clear to this day. That's my worst fear. I think probably losing everyone that I love and care for in a situation where I was unable to do anything. Man, we went quite the opposite spectrum there now, didn't we? Okay, from Phoenix King 115, do you hate Yang at times? Well, I mean, doesn't every sibling kind of hate each other a little bit at one point? I mean, sure, we've had fights and stuff, but honestly, I don't think I necessarily hate her, just, yeah, she kind of gets on my nerves sometimes. But again, like every sibling, it happens. Okay, Kyle Perkins asks, Ruby, did you ever figure out why your uncle drinks so much? I mean, he's always drank a lot. I've never really questioned why necessarily. He just kinda does. Other words I don't really know. If you could fight any other character, anime or cartoon, who or why? I know that she can't necessarily fight but Kimber from X-Ray and Vab seems pretty interesting, and I think I'd like to go up against her and some of the gadgets that she makes, so that'd be pretty cool. If in the event Crescent Rose was destroyed, what weapon would you build to replace it? Just another Crescent Rose is fine. I don't think I could master any other weapon at this point, aside from maybe just a normal sword, but normal swords are boring, so I think I'd just make another scythe. Okay, this next question was asked by Amber the Unbreakable. Ruby, how was it when training under Crow? Was it difficult? And if it was he strict on you? Short answer for that being yes. When I decided that I wanted Crow to be the one to teach me, he made it extremely clear that he was not going to go easy on me just because I was his niece. And at first I was like, sure, Crow, whatever. But then actual training started, and, I was sore for weeks. Honestly, Crow is a extremely strict and no-holds-barred kind of teacher, and while a lot of people see it as kind of hardcore and kind of overkill, I honestly think I'm a bit better of a fighter because of it, and he taught me a lot of discipline, and yeah, I kind of respect his teaching method just a little bit. Alright, Cougar Roy asks, if you met a Grimm that was also a Faunus, would you spare them? Well, I mean, obviously if it has more of a human/Faunus conscience than a Grimm conscience, then yeah, I would absolutely try to spare it. Though if it was acting a bit more feral and kind of more Grimm-like as far as consciousness is concerned, I think I would just be really cautious around it and avoid trying to fight it regardless. 'Cause as much like of a Grimm it would look, I don't know how comfortable I would be taking the life of something that looked a lot like a human/Faunus, even if it wasn't really one. Whew. I think that's the last of them. Looking over this here and here. Yep, we are officially all done with the Q&A. Aw, man, that takes a lot out of you out of a while. Alright, well, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for submitting all sorts of awesome and amazing questions. It was actually really a lot of fun to ask these. Even if some of them were a bit heavy, but you know what, that's fine. That's fine. You know, you gotta ask the heavy stuff to really get to know someone, as they say. I think. But regardless, it was really awesome. I can't wait for the next part. It's going to be really great. You guys are going to get to ask Weiss questions soon, and then soon Blake and Yang, and then people from Team Ranger / Juniper, and it's going to be great. So I hope you guys enjoyed me answering your questions. I hope my answers satisfied, and please come around again to ask more questions. There'll be a video for that uploading soon, and yeah. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.